Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Zainab. Welcome back. So I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get this Holy Quran finished today, inshallah. There's only a few pages left and the surahs are getting super duper short, so I should be able to get it done today. And then starting tomorrow, we can move on and start doing things slightly differently. If you're just joining me, welcome. And starting tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be going back to reading a page a day for you, first in Arabic. Not very good Arabic, so bear with me. And then, inshallah, the English translation. And other things as well, such as Nahjul Balaga. I'm super duper excited to share this beautiful, wonderful work of divine insight for you, written by Imam Ali Salih Salam. And yeah, I'm excited to share that with you. I also have the first volume of Al-Kafi, which is another wonderful divine insight that our Shia scholars have contributed to the beautiful religion of Islam. So I'm excited to share these things with you anyways. Works of literature, divine literature, like they are so just next level anyways. So let's get started because I really want to finish this to you, for you today. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and protect us as we read the Holy Quran today, inshallah. And my prayers extend to all of you who are listening and following my reading to you. And I hope that you're having a beautiful day, inshallah. And let's get started. We're almost there. Okay, so today we're starting Surah 73. Oh, the wrapped one. Muzammil. Okay, so did I start this yesterday? I feel like I started this yesterday. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start it again anyways, because even if I started it yesterday, I wouldn't have read too much of it. I was probably just trying to use up as much time as possible. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning of 73, Surah Al-Muzammil, which means the wrapped one. Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, most compassionate, most merciful. O you wrapped in your clothes, stand all night in prayer, except a little. Pray half the night or a little less, or a little more, and recite the Quran properly in a measured way. For we will soon send upon you a weighty revelation. Indeed, worship in the night is more impactful and suitable for recitation, for during the day you are overoccupied with worldly duties. Always remember the name of your Lord and devote yourself to Him wholeheartedly. He is the Lord of the East and the West. There is no God worthy of worship except Him, so take Him alone as a trustee of affairs. Be patient, O Prophet, with what they say, and depart from them courteously, and leave to me the deniers, the people of luxury, and bear with them for a little while, for we certainly have shackles, a raging fire, choking food, and a painful punishment in store for them. On the day the earth and mountains will shake violently, and mountains will be reduced to dunes of shifting sand. Indeed, we have sent you a messenger as a witness over you, just as we sent a messenger to Pharaoh. But Pharaoh disobeyed the messenger, so we seized him with a stern grip. If you pagans persist in disbelief, then how will you guard yourselves against the horror of a day which will turn children's hair gray? It will even cause the sky to split apart. His promise of judgment must be fulfilled. Surely this is a reminder. So let whoever wills take the right way to their Lord. Ayah 20. Surely your Lord knows that you, O Prophet, stand in prayer for nearly 2/3 of the night, or sometimes half of it, or a third, as do some of those with you. Allah alone keeps a precise measure of the day and night. He knows that you believers are unable to endure this and has turned to you in mercy. So recite in prayer whatever you can from the Quran. He knows that some of you will be sick, some will be traveling throughout the land seeking Allah's bounty, and some fighting in the cause of Allah. So recite whatever you can from it, and continue to perform regular prayers, pay alms tax, and lend to God a good loan. Whatever good you send forth for yourselves, you will find it with Allah far better and more rewarding, and seek Allah's forgiveness. Surely Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. Okay, and now we're on to Surah 74. Surah Al-Mudaththir. Mudaththir. Is that right? Did I pronounce it right? And this one's called in English, The One Covered Up. So it kind of has a similar meaning, doesn't it? Similar. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Excuse me. O you covered up in your clothes, arise and warn all. Revere your Lord alone. Purify your garments. Continue to shun idols. Do not do favor except more. Do not do a favor expecting more in return, and persevere for the sake of your Lord. For when the trumpet will be sounded, that will truly be a difficult day, far from easy for the disbelievers. And leave me, O Prophet, the one I created all by myself, and granted him abundant wealth, and children always by his side, and made life very easy for him. Yet he is hungry for me, but no, for he has been truly stubborn with our revelations. Oh, sorry. I think I read the beginning part wrong. I said, it's supposed to be, and leave to me, O Prophet, the one I created all by myself. Leave to me, like as in leave it to me, I'll deal with it. And it's frequently said throughout the Quran, Allah is telling the Prophet, you are just a messenger. You don't have any kind of responsibility over the people. So don't feel like it's your responsibility if they don't convert to Islam. You're just here to send a message to them, to bring my message to them, and that's all you have to do. Leave them to me, don't worry. If they don't believe in the word, then leave them to me. It's not your responsibility. So I think that's what he's trying to say here. He is hungry for more, but no, for he has been truly stubborn with our revelation. So Allah is just talking about the disbelievers here. Excuse me. I will make his fate unbearable, for he contemplated and determined a degrading label for the Quran. May he be condemned. How evil was what he determined. May he be condemned even more. How evil was what he determined. Then he recontemplated in frustration, then frowned and scowled, then turned his back on the truth and acted arrogantly, saying, this Quran is nothing but magic from the ancients. This is no more than the word of a man. Soon I will burn him in hell. That's what Allah is saying about him now. And what will make you realize what hell is? It does not let anyone live or die, scorching the skin. It is overseen by 19 keepers. Ayah 31. We have appointed only stern angels as wardens of the fire, and we have made their number only as a test for the disbelievers, so that the people of the book will be certain, and the believers will increase in faith, and neither the people of the book nor the believers will have any doubts. And so that those hypocrites with sickness in their hearts and the disbelievers will argue, what does Allah mean by such a number? In this way, Allah leaves whoever he wills to stray and guides whoever he wills, and none knows the forces of your Lord except he. And this description of hell is only a reminder to humanity. But know, by the moon and the night as it retreats, and the day as it breaks. Surely hell is one of the mightiest catastrophes, a warning to humankind, to whichever of you chooses to take the lead or lag behind. Every soul will be detained for what it has done, except the people of the right, who will be in gardens, asking one another about the wicked who will then be asked, What has landed you in hell? They will reply, we were not of those who prayed, nor did we feed the poor. We used to indulge in falsehood, along with others, and deny the day of judgment, until the inevitable came to us. So the pleas of intercessors will be of no benefit to them. Now, what is the matter with them that they are turning away from the reminder, as if they were spooked zebras fleeing from a lion? In fact, each one of them wishes to be given a personal letter from God, or all to read. But no, in fact, they do not fear the hereafter. Enough, surely is this Quran is a reminder, so let whoever wills be mindful of it. But they cannot do so unless Allah wills. He alone is worthy to be feared and entitled to forgive. Now we're up to Surah 75, Surah Al-Qiyamah, the rising for judgment. Surah Al-Qiyamah, or the day of judgment. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. I do swear by the day of judgment, and I do swear by the self-reproaching soul. Do people think we cannot resemble their bones? Yes, indeed, we are most capable of restoring even their very fingertips. Still, people want to deny what is yet to come. Ask mockingly, when is this day of judgment? But when the sight is stunned, and the moon is dimmed, and the sun and the moon are brought together, on that day one will cry, where is the escape? But no, there will be no refuge. On that day, all will end up before your Lord. All will then be informed of what they have sent forth and left behind. In fact, people will testify against their own souls, despite the excuses they come up with. Do not rush your tongue trying to memorize a revelation of the Quran. It is certainly upon us to make you memorize and recite it. So once we have recited a revelation through Gabriel, follow its recitation closely, then it is surely upon us to make it clear to you. But no, in fact, you love this fleeting world and neglect the hereafter. On that day, some faces will be bright, looking at their Lord, and other faces will be gloomy, anticipating something devastating to befall them. But no, beware of the day when the soul reaches the collarbone as it leaves, and it will be said, is there any healer who can save this life? And the dying person realizes it is their time to depart, and then their feet are tied together in a shroud. On that day, they will be driven to your Lord alone. This denier neither believed nor prayed, but persisted in denial and turned away, then went to their own people walking boastfully. Woe to you and more woe. Again, woe to you and even more woe. Do people think that they will be left without purpose? Were they not once a sperm drop emitted? Then they became a clinging clot, and he developed and perfected their form, producing from it both sexes, male and female. Is such a creator unable to bring the dead back to life? Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. I have to clear my throat, my asthma. If you're new to my channel, you'll frequently hear me talking about my asthma and my inhaler that that I have to take on a daily basis. That causes me to have to clear my throat all the time, so I truly apologize for that. I really do. It's quite embarrassing, actually. So anyways, now we're up to Surah 76, which is Surat al-Insan, which means humans. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of God, the most compassionate and most merciful. Is there not a period of time when each human is nothing yet worth mentioning? For indeed we alone created humans from a drop of mixed fluids, in order to test them, so we made them hear and see. We already showed them the way, whether they choose to be grateful or ungrateful. Indeed, we have prepared for the disbelievers chains, shackles, and a blazing fire. Indeed, the virtuous will have a drink of pure wine flavored with camphor from a spring where God's servants will drink, flowing at their will. They are those who fulfill their vows and fear a day of sweeping horror, and give food, despite their desire for it, to the poor, the orphan, and the captive, saying to themselves, we feed you only for the sake of Allah, seeking neither reward nor thanks from you. We fear from our Lord a horribly distressful day. So Allah will deliver them from the horror of the day, and grant them radiance and joy, and reward them for their perseverance in the garden, in paradise, and garments of silk. Ayah 13. There they will be reclining on canopied couches, never seeing scorching heat or bitter cold. The garden's shade will be right above them, and its fruit will be made very easy to reach. They will be waited on with vessels and cups of crystal, crystalline silver, filled precisely as desired. And they will be given a drink of pure wine flavored with ginger from a spring there called Salsabil. Did I pronounce that right? They will be waited on by eternal youths. If you saw them, you would think they were scattered pearls. And if you looked around, you would see indescribable bliss and a vast kingdom. The virtuous will be dressed in garments of fine green silk and rich brocade, and adorned with bracelets of silver. And their Lord will give them a purifying drink. And they will be told, all this is surely a reward for you. Your striving has been appreciated. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for part 1, guys. And I'll see you back here for part 2, inshallah. Stay tuned.